years ago, on February 24, 2018, news of Sridevi's unexpected demise came as a deep shock to the fraternity and fans. The late actress had made a successful comeback with English Winglish, where she stepped into the shoes of a homemaker, Shashi, who sets out to learn English to keep up with the times. The Gauri Shinde directorial fetched the actress a lot of rave reviews and several Best Actress awards. On her death anniversary today, the director, who too made her debut with the film, spoke exclusively with ETimes on her experience of working with the actress. When asked about her first meeting with Sridevi, Gauri reminisced how it was a blind date for both of them. Here's what she said.
First meeting, I'll never forget it because it's so clear in my head because it's a first meeting with Sridevi, you know what I mean? So, and for my first film. So, it was a lovely meeting and I've always said this, that it was like a first, blind date, I think, for both of us. Yeah. So, because I'd never met her before, even socially I'd never met her. And she also, I think, didn't know much about me other than me being Balki's wife and that kind of a thing. So when I met her, I still remember what she was wearing. She was wearing an orange shirt and white pants. Yeah. And very simple. There was she was not, made like makeup and all. It was very simple. The hair was put simply, I think, also to put me at ease. So she was trying to look like a normal person. I mean, she's definitely not normal in any way. She's a big star. So, but anyway, that's what she tried. And after some hi hellos and tea and whatever, I narrated the script. And at the end of it, she told me that, and through the narration, you get a sense, of someone who's listening.
Yeah.
You get a sense that how they're feeling. Her reactions were so amazing and correct, especially for a writer when the person you're reading out to gets it. You know what I mean? You get a sense of that and how interested they are. And I could see that in her eyes and in her gestures and in her smile, all of that. And I was already connecting with her through the reading, it just felt like we had a connection. And by the end of it, she said, and I was really quiet because I didn't want to say, okay, so you like, And I was just quiet and she said, Gauri, I really love it and I don't know about you, but I want to do this. I mean, It's a yes from me. So I was so zapped and, for a moment you're zapped before you even are thrilled. So I was like, wow. I mean, I said, I'm here only because I want to, I would. So, and I don't know, I think we just kind of really, why I call it a blind date is because we really fell in love with each other. There's sometimes you just meet people, there's a connection.
An instant.
And and this was that. As if our souls were just however dramatic this may sound, but we were meant to meet and meant to do something, and we meant to meet only basically. So, that was the first meeting and I was like, wow, I love her. Not as a star or feeling in awe like that, but I really liked her soul, her as a human being.
We further asked Gauri about the memories she made with the late actress on the sets of English Winglish, and here's what she told us.
Oh, they're all fond memories and they've become even more important to me since she passed because it comes back to you so often. I mean, there's very few days that go by without me thinking of her. So, I have photographs of her around me in my office and, of us together and everything. So, shoot, oh my God, we had a lot of fun because she is actually such a fun and funny person. See, I still don't talk about her in the past.
Okay.
It's weird for me to even say was. There's a scene in English Winglish, for instance, where she has to say, can I come in to enter the classroom? I don't know if you remember. And then the teacher says, it's may I come in? I don't know.
The sir says.
And in that thing, because some confusion happened and we had to do 2-3 takes and because there was so much laughter and then she just came dancing inside. May I, to make a joke of it. Everybody was in split. So she had this thing of suddenly bringing a comedy just to just for fun. And she'd be that comic angle of hers in other films, right?
Okay.
The Chalbaz or whatever. So suddenly that one little spark would come just for fun. That's not part of the film, but she'd do these things funny things, and we'd all burst into laughter. Yeah, and both of us, we had these jokes, and we'd laugh and cackle like nobody would sometimes believe this is a director and actor, like suddenly like girls are giggling, and that's what we turn into a lot of times. And she'd say also, Gauri, this people will think we are mad, she'd say this. But since she passed, I've not been able to watch it, because every time I see it becomes a very emotional experience for me.
We even asked the director about the one thing said by the late Sridevi that has stayed with her all her life. To that, Gauri had the most enduring thing to say.
She used to call me my, like little Khushi, which is the younger daughter's name.
Oh yeah.
So she used to call me that.
Oh,
You're my Khushi. Yeah. So yeah, that's something she always said. I mean, on the set itself, like, it started. I mean, she's not called me out like that, but in private she told me, you're like my little Khushi.
That's sweet.
And that was the most loving, most endearing thing someone would say, because that's her daughter.
Exactly.
Name, right?
The industry and the fans truly miss the impeccable performer that Sridevi was.